Hi, my name is Grace Conforto. I'm a volunteer at Vets Returning Home, and I'm here today to interview the founder, Sandy Bauer, about what's happening in the world right now. So, hi, Sandy.
Hi, Grace. Thanks for taking your time today.
No problem. I was just wondering, um, with the recent outbreak of the coronavirus, how has it impacted the program here?
Well, we're not devastated, and I say that as in yet, because I don't really know what the future is going to hold. We only do we only do two fundraisers a year, and one of them was scheduled for March 14th, and that was canceled. So obviously, cash flow is going to be an issue soon. And the second problem we have is that probably about 80% of our food comes from the Royalty House, which is a local banquet hall, and all of their events have canceled. So um, we will have no more of that food source. So with the short cash flow shortage, we're not going to be able to go out and buy food. So at least for long. So I'm not real sure exactly how long we're going to be able to hold on. But our situation is no different than most of the population around the country. Um, I think parts of our circumstances are unique in that we really can't um, participate in the social distancing, and the fact that I have 45 people that live here in this 11,000 square foot facility. They have to roommate together. They communal bathrooms. We have a big dining hall. Um, so it's a concern. Yeah.
What procedures have you put in place to help protect them coming in and out and you?
Well, we have implemented pretty much a lockdown. They're only allowed to leave the facility if they have a doctor's appointment or if they're going to work. And we've set up a protocol to try to keep the facility as sanitized as possible. So everybody's, spraying down. We've got lots of, you know, um, bleach and water spray bottles. We've got a lot of, Clorox towelettes and things like that. I noticed in the elevator that there's a bulletin about symptoms of the coronavirus so that everyone here is educated on what um, the symptoms are, so that if they are symptomatic, they can protect the rest of the people in the house as much as possible. But you know, in this situation, I think that we're doing what we can.
Right. How does your family feel about you coming to work? Women of a certain age, right? Coming into work.
Well, I guess yeah, I am of that age where I should be taking seriously the quarantine myself measures, but this is not a save yourself type moment. I think that we have to help each other and protect ourselves as much as possible. But you know, um, our veterans have been through enough. We can't abandon them,
Right.
again. So these guys, they need our help, and that's that's just what we have to do. I do think though that I was surprised when knowing that the rotating shelters have shut
Mm-hmm.
down along with the churches. So now all of these civilian homeless are literally on the street.
Right.
And that just amazes me that somebody is not addressing that particular issue. I mean, our house is full. We have 43 beds, and I have two cots that, you know, uh, catches the overflow. I have a veteran now staying in the intake bathroom. I have a female veteran staying in my basement. I have I got a call about from two civilian women that were caught in that when the church closed. These are women in their 50s who've never been homeless before in their lives, scared to death. So I actually found them a place where they can overnight at a local business that has a night person on staff. So I think it's time to think out of the box to solve the problems when we're dealing with these kind of crises that no one's ever experienced before. So it's
Right.
not like there's a place to go that says here's how you should handle these situations. It's time for out of the box measures, I
Right.
guess.
So for anybody that could be watching this, what is it that you could use help with at this time?
Lots of prayers, first and foremost. Pray for the survival of this program because, we've been here for 6 years and we've housed over 1,500 veterans. So, when the coronavirus is gone, and I'm sure I just have faith in our government and in our scientists and in our community in general that we're going to beat this. We're the United States of America. But when the coronavirus is gone, our veterans are still going to be in trouble. So this program has to survive. And we house, I say we have 43 beds, but we house more like 47 or 8, people here. So everything that you can think of is what we need. We need to feed them. We have put a stop on clothing. So I know that the Salvation Army shut down their donation centers during this coronavirus, and so people just couldn't take it to the Salvation Army, so they were bringing it here, and we had just a huge overflow. We are concerned about the virus, being transmitted or whatever, transported on clothing too. So I don't want my volunteers exposed any more than we need to be. So if you know of bars and restaurants or banquet halls or hotels or any place where there's food sources that maybe they have an overflow because of their unfortunate lack of business, rather than let that go bad, bring it here. Not only are we feeding our veterans at Vets Returning Home, but we're also sharing in the community as much as possible. So, obviously, monetary donations. We still have to keep the lights on, and the roof has to stay.
Right. And we're located.
Yeah, we're in Roseville, Michigan, northeast corner of 11 and Gratiot, the formerly the Red Cross building. People always ask our hours of operation. I have 45 people that live here, so
24/7.
24/7.
Perfect. So any last words that you want to share with us?
I guess we recognize that everyone's in trouble and everyone's in crisis. So you know it's kind of sometimes hard to think about the problems of others when you're in so many problems yourself. But the in order to run a program like this, even without the coronavirus, it takes a village. Okay, these are our veterans. They're the ones that made this country what it is, this great country. To be able to get through and push through and come out okay is because of our veterans. So, you know, we can't forget about them in this time of crisis.
So thank you, Sandy, so much for being with us today.
It was my pleasure, Grace. Thank you. And, anytime that we have the opportunity to bring awareness to the community regarding the plight of our veterans, I think it's the least that we can do. So thank you.
For sure. Thank you.